18 months ago, I was 25. $1,000 in debt, credit cards maxed out, a personal loan I could barely afford, and a car payment. That was eating my budget alive. Every single month, I felt stuck. Like no matter how hard I worked, the numbers just never changed. I remember sitting at my kitchen table one night, looking at my bank account and genuinely wondering if this was just going to be my life forever. Debt, stress, minimum payments. Repeat. Today I owe nothing. Zero debt. Not a single dollar to anyone. And in this video, I am going to walk you through exactly what I did, every step, every sacrifice, every win, and every moment I almost gave up. If you have debt right now, stay with me. This video is for you. Let's get into it. First, let me tell you how I got into $25,000 of debt in the first place. Because I think a lot of you are going to relate to this. It did not happen all at once. It happened slowly. Over years, it started with one credit card in college, just for emergencies, I told myself. Then a car loan, because I needed. Reliable transportation for work. Then another credit card, because the first one was maxed out. Then a personal loan to consolidate the credit cards, except I did not. Closed the credit cards after that. So I ended up with the loan and the credit cards, both maxed out again. Within a year, this is a cycle that millions of Americans are trapped in right now. And nobody talks about how easy it is to fall into it. Here's what my debt looked like when I finally sat down and faced it. Credit card 1, $4,002. $100 at 22%. Interest. Credit card 2, $6,008. $100 at 19%. Interest. Personal loan, $8,000 at 12% interest. Car loan, $6,000 remaining at 7% interest. Total, $25,000. Every month I was paying minimums and watching the balances barely move. The interest was eating everything. One step forward, half a step back. I needed a real system. So I started researching, I watched videos, I read books, and I kept coming back to one method that people swore actually worked, the debt snowball. Now before I explain it, I want to be honest with you. When I first heard about the debt snowball, I thought it was too simple, too basic. Surely there was some smarter financial trick I was missing. There was not. Sometimes the simple thing is the right thing. Here is how the debt snowball works. So you list all your debts from the smallest balance to the largest. You completely ignore the interest rate. I know, that feels wrong. Every finance brain says, pay highest, interest first. And mathematically, they are right. That method is called the debt avalanche, and it saves more money on paper. But here is the problem with the debt avalanche. Most people quit. Because when you are staring at a $10,000 debt at 20% interest and you are throwing an extra $100 at it every month, progress is invisible. You feel like you are getting nowhere and you give up. The debt snowball works because it is designed for human psychology, not a spreadsheet. Small wins keep you going, and in personal finance, the method you actually stick to beats the mathematically perfect method you abandon after 3 months. So you list smallest to largest, and you pay the minimum on every debt, and you throw every single extra dollar at the smallest debt first. When that debt is gone, you take that payment and roll it into the next debt. The payments get bigger, the snowball grows, the debts fall faster and faster. Let me walk you through my 18 months step-by-step, months 1 through 3, the brutal foundation. This was the hardest part to start, not because of the money, because of the lifestyle change. I cut everything that was not essential. I canceled 4 streaming services, kept 1, I stopped eating out completely. Meal prepped every Sunday, I canceled my gym membership and started running outside. I stopped buying new clothes, I sold everything I did not need. On Facebook Marketplace, old electronics, clothes. A guitar I had not touched in 2 years. A coffee table, anything. First month on Facebook Marketplace. I made $400. Between cutting expenses and selling stuff, I found an extra $650 a month to throw at debt. $650 going straight at credit card 1. $4,200, 22% interest. I paid it off completely. By the end of month 3, I remember the notification. Balance $0. I sat there for probably 5 minutes just staring at it. That feeling. That is what keeps you going. Months 4 through 7, building momentum. With card 1 gone, I rolled that $650 plus the $85 minimum I'd been paying on card 1 into credit card 2. $735 a month, hitting that $6,800 balance. I also picked up a part-time gig on weekends. Nothing glamorous, just extra work that paid $400 a month for about 3 months. Every single dollar of that went directly to the debt. I did not let myself spend any of it. Credit card 2 was gone by month 7. I want to pause here and tell you something important. By month 7, something had shifted in my brain. Paying off debt had become a habit, almost an obsession. Seeing those balances drop became genuinely satisfying. I stopped thinking of it as a sacrifice. I started thinking of it as a game I was winning. That mindset shift is everything. Months 8 through 12, the middle grind. This was honestly the hardest phase mentally. Not because of the money, because of the size of the personal loan. $8,000 feels big when you have been knocking out smaller debts. Progress slowed down. Weeks would go by and the balance dropped by a few $100s. Some months I wanted to quit. I had a rule that helped me. Every time I felt like giving up, I went back and looked at my starting point. $25,000. Then I looked at where I was. That perspective always brought me back. I added every extra dollar I found. Tax refund went straight to the loan. Birthday money from my parents. A bonus at work. The personal loan was completely paid off by month 12. 1 debt left. Months 13 through 18. The finish line. With only the car loan left at $6,000, and now over $1,200 a month freed up from all the eliminated payments, I absolutely destroyed that car loan. $1,200 a month on a $6,000 balance. Month 18. I made the final payment. I want to be honest about what that moment felt like. It did not feel like fireworks. It felt quiet, peaceful. Like putting down something heavy you had been carrying for so long, you forgot what it felt like to not carry it. That night I sat down and calculated what the debt snowball had actually saved me. Total interest paid over 18 months following the snowball. Approximately $3,200. Total interest I would have paid making only minimums for 5 years. Over $11,000. The debt snowball saved me nearly $8,000. But more than the money, it gave me something I did not know I was missing. Control. Control over my money. Control over my choices. Control over my future. Let me give you some practical tips that made the biggest difference during my journey. Tip 1, automate your extra payment. Set up an automatic extra payment on your smallest debt for the day after you get paid. Do not leave it as something you will do manually. Automation removes the decision. If you have to decide every month, some months you will decide not to. Tip 2, delete shopping apps from your phone. I deleted Amazon, DoorDash, and Instacart from my phone in month 1. The friction of having to reinstall an app before you can spend money is surprisingly effective. It gives you a moment to think. Tip 3, tell one person. I told one friend what I was doing, not for accountability really, just because saying it out loud made it more real. It helped me stay committed. Tip 4, Celebrate every single payoff. When I paid off each debt, I did something small to celebrate. Nothing expensive, a nice dinner at home, a movie night, something. Celebrate the wins. You earned them. Tip 5. Do not close your credit cards after paying them off. I know it feels satisfying, but closing cards hurts your credit score by reducing your available credit. Just pay them off and put them away, literally in a drawer, out of sight. Now here's your action plan, starting today. Step 1, make your debt list right now, not tomorrow, tonight. Write down every debt you have, the balance, the interest rate, the minimum payment. Total it up. Face the number. Step 2, order them smallest to largest by balance. Step 3, look at your spending from last month. Find one category where you can cut $100 or more. That is your first extra payment. Step 4, set up an automatic extra payment on your smallest debt starting with your next paycheck. Step 5, commit to 90 days, just 90 days. See what happens to that first balance. Comment the word debt-free below, and I will send you my free debt tracker spreadsheet. It organizes all your debts and automatically shows you your payoff timeline. You are not stuck. I was $25,000 in debt and I got out. You can too. If this video helped you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow so I can keep making content like this. Subscribe and hit the bell for 2 new money videos every week. I will see you in the next one.